Okay, we're going to learn how to create sparklines. What are they? Why are they necessary? And answering some of the questions here at the end of the spreadsheet. These are steps 17 to 23 of chapter 3's Grader Project 1 that you have for homework. So I'm going to click here in cell H5 and I'm going to start at step 17. Display the passenger worksheet, which we're on, and insert line sparklines in the range H5 through H9 to illustrate the data in the range B5 through G9. So you're going to work through each of these cells as you would any kind of formula with that specific row of numbers that precede it. So for H5, we're going to be looking at B5 through G5 and then so on. And we can autofill this at the end. So I'm going to click in H5. I'm going to go to my Insert tab. I'm going to go into my Sparklines group and I'm going to select Line because that's what we were asked to put in. And it's asking us what our data range is here. Our data range for H5 is B5 through G5, and the location is H5. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And then I'm going to go ahead and autofill this. And what's cool about Sparklines, you guys, is that they're like mini tiny baby graphs in the cells that you can quickly kind of get a trend of what's happening without having to create a graph or see any kind of big data. You can just see a little trend easily and make decisions. I'm going to go ahead and autofill this because this is a relative referencing. What I'm doing in H5 is the same as 6, 7, 8, and 9, and I'm using the same proceedings B through G for that specific row. So for H5, I'm using B5 through G9, H6, B6 through G9, G6, I'm sorry, let me repeat that. H5, B5 through G5, H6, B6 through G6, and so on all the way down to in H9, B9 through G9. So I can autofill this. All right, so I went ahead and autofilled that. And then we're asked to do some modifications to how the trend lines look because my trend lines are already selected and I now get my Sparkline tools. I'm calling them trend lines, but they are Sparklines. I'm going to go ahead and do some modifications as they ask here. Step 18, show the high point and low point. So I'm going to go ahead and click high point and low point, which now pops into the specific graph where the issues may have been or positive things that you want to look at. They're also asking us in step 19, apply a black text 1 color to the high point marker in each sparkline. So where do we find that stuff? Same thing over here in design. You're going to go over here to marker color. First thing I'm going to go is to go to high point, and they'd like us to apply a black text 1, which is right here. And then for the low point, we're going to go ahead and apply the dark red color, which is down here. That way, there's an indicator on there. Where's your high point? Where's your low point? I mean, so quickly, if you look at this, you can say, hey, Atlanta had a low point in closer to 2008 and a high point closer to 2013, while all the other cities were opposite. What's going on? That might be something you're looking at as a business owner. Okay, step 20, answer the first question. So questions 20 to 23 in the steps are for the items that follow the charts. So questions and answers. Question 1, all the top 5 airports experienced the number of passengers when compared to the number of, you know what, I'm not going to answer this. You guys can answer these on your own, and good luck.